everyone. It's great to be back with you again this week. We had so many people out supporting the return of our young people back to schools. We know that it was challenging, particularly with some of our schools having to go virtual, but I just want to shout out everyone who came out for our young people who did attend school this past week. I had a chance to stop by Reach Partnership School on Monday, saw Ms. McKinney. At first I thought she was gonna put me to work taking over a high school English class. Instead, she brought me to the section of the building where she really serves our young people, serves the Reach students and their families with everything from Pampers and infant shoes and clothes for students and parents, as well as new cheerleading outfits. She introduced me to some of the school's cheerleaders who were all in school and all in class Monday, so shout out to Ms. McKinney at Reach. Also had a chance to check in at Patterson High School and had a great conversation with Coach Martin, whose basketball players were all in school. He's also a math coach, but he talked to me about his basketball players who were there at school and looking forward to being able to play, many of them so that they had video for their college application. So I just want to shout out both of them, thank both the Reach Partnership family as well as the Patterson High School family for having me and doing just such a great job to welcome our scholars back in school. Starting last week, we also had some unfamiliar faces in our buildings, as I mentioned earlier, and for great reason. It's been an all-hands-on-deck approach. Many of our district office staff members have been working in schools that needed an extra hand with some of the absences we had, as well as some of the additional lift with COVID testing. So staff helped with everything from lunch, front office work, and even substituting in academic classes. I want to shout out some of our central office team like Aquila James, who was a substitute teacher this week at New Era Academy, as well as Dr. Tracy Durant, our executive director for our equity work, who had on full gear doing nasal swabbing for testing at Holabird Elementary Middle School, making sure that we had additional support for that this week. They and so many other of our central office staff really came together and demonstrated how we do come together to work at critical times to get us through this bumpy period. These are all really examples of the partnership between our central office and our schools. And it's a partnership that's critical to get us through this particularly rough patch. Again, I also want to sincerely apologize for the initial bumps in the road in our early outreach about schools going temporarily virtual. A lot of complex choices and considerations go into our decision making, and we want to be thoughtful, taking into account the needs of every individual school. However, we've learned a lot along the way, and moving forward, we'll do all we can to keep you informed more effectively and in a more timely manner when we need to transition in our buildings. As a reminder, this week we're implementing a new 5-day quarantine period and rapid testing at our elementary and middle schools. Please visit our Return to Learning update on the district website for more information. We are very hopeful that these new protocols will result in less time out of school for our students, more continuity of learning, as well as continuing our commitment to keep our staff and students safe. And finally, we celebrated the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. this past Monday, and his messages of love, unity, justice, and hope continue to resonate deeply. I want to thank everyone who participated in days of service during this past Monday's holiday, and this really is a wonderful reminder that during times like these in our world and our community, we need to move forward together. Thank you and have a wonderful week.